Good morning. Happy New Year. It is so good to see you. Welcome back to my channel and to the first vlog of 2025. I'm so glad you're here. Today is a day where we are going to spend the day together and you are going to watch me achieve my goals. Now, obviously, the goals that I have set are far from being obtained, but the reality is achieving goals takes place in the mundane, simple, easy, everyday habits. And so today I thought I would share with you what I'm doing for fitness, for food, for schedules, for whatever, as I'm chilling in Florida for a little bit. Yes, I am still in a Christmas sweatshirt look. When you travel down for an extended period of time, you have to be super choosy about what you actually bring, and one can only bring so many sweatshirts to Florida, right? And because we were here for Christmas, I brought two of like the 4 or 5 that I brought. 2 were Florida Panthers, which is hockey. 2 were holiday, and then I have one that's not secular. It's definitely not secular. It says Walk by Faith. One that is not themed in any specific way in terms of like wear it to hockey games, wear it for Christmas. So 2 of the 5 that I have down here are holiday. And because we have hit a cold snap here in Florida, today's high, wait for it, is 68 and the current temperature is 50. To Floridians, it might as well be 20, okay? And so I'm loving it. I'm a big fan of my sweatshirt life this morning, but you're gonna see, until we get home, you're gonna see Christmas sweatshirts and you're just gonna have to be okay with it. It is in fact January. So let's chit chat a little bit about what's been going on, what's happening. So as you know by now, and if you don't know, I'm gonna send you over to my annual goals video where you are going to learn about, well, what my annual goals are for 2025, including my health and fitness goal, which is fit into the clothes that I already own, which are hanging out down in bins in the basement, right? Which, like I've mentioned before, implies a weight loss goal of some kind. But here is what we're not doing this year. We are not tying our weight loss goal to a number. I do not have a specific number in mind for what the number on the scale needs to be in order for me to be successful in achieving this goal. It could be 10 pounds, it could be 20 pounds, it could be 45 or 50 pounds. I don't know. I don't know the answer. And here's the better part, here's the more exciting part, I don't care. I don't care what the number on the scale says. And that's super important and very unconventional in terms of setting a weight loss goal, right? In years past, and for many people, you go into your birthday or January 1st or a new school year or summer or whatever your start date is, and you go, I'm going to lose X number of pounds by. And most of the time, that doesn't actually work. Why? Primarily because the scale is fickle and isn't always the clearest picture of the whole story. The clearest picture of the whole story is what your body actually looks like. Where is your body carrying extra weight? What is the circumference of your waist? This is the stuff that will change in a more linear fashion, digestive issues notwithstanding, okay? Whereas the scale, you can get on the scale one day and be down 2.5 pounds and the next day gain 1.75 back, right? The scale does not function in a linear way at all. The trend line might if you're having success, but the actual day-to-day scale numbers don't function linearly. So they are an element, they are a single metric of multiple metrics that I am using as my measure of success. Okay? But the reality is, whether you're following and pursuing a number on the scale or simply a smaller clothing size or a smaller waist circumference, whatever it is that you are using to say, this is my metric of success, the reality is the steps to get there, roughly within reason, are the same, right? Drink your water, get plenty of sleep, reduce your stress, focus on your nutrition. That means high fiber, high protein. It doesn't matter if you are tracking in the Healthy app, in Weight Watchers, in MyFitnessPal, Lose It, if you are intermittent fasting only, if you are just intuitively eating, whatever it is, the ideas stay the same, right? High protein, high fiber, less ultra processed, less dessert, things of that nature. It's all the same. So what am I doing specifically? That's a great question. and one of which I don't have perfectly solidified answers for yet. Here is what I am experimenting with currently. Fitness, movement, activity, 10,000 steps a day. It's just a pretty number. It's a number that is challenging enough where I have to be intentional about my movement, but not so challenging that I'm beaten to a pulp every day. Some days I do feel like I'm beaten to a pulp if I end up getting that many steps, but most days, 90-something% of the time, 10,000 steps is attainable, but still a small challenge, right? So 10,000 steps a day is the goal. Fitness, intentional fitness movement. I'm working on walking, and to do so, I have incorporated the Conqueror Challenge Harry Potter challenges. If you don't know what these are, and you are a Harry Potter fan, and you've got some little disposable income to invest in for your health and wellness journey, highly recommend this. It's so fun. So it's a virtual race, and each race is roughly, I don't have the exact numbers, roughly 70 miles. And with each book, there are 7 books, right? So it's a lot of miles. And what is it, 490, almost 500 miles? That's crazy. That's crazy. And when you complete each race at your own pace, you're not racing against anybody except yourself, you get a stunning medal in the mail. And I've used a different company called YesFit for years to get virtual medals, but this year I'm like, I can't not do the Harry Potter challenges. I can't not do it. So I signed up for the Harry Potter challenges, and I'm in the middle of race 1. I'm like 4 miles in to race number 1, and I'm so excited to use that as a motivator to be like, but I have to earn my medal. And so the way I'm doing that is the movement that counts towards my medal. I don't just look at my watch at the end of the day and go, you went 5.8 miles today based on your steps. No, it has to be intentional movement. I am intentionally going for a walk, walking on the treadmill, using my elliptical machine. Those are the 3 activities that will deliberately count towards my earning of this medal. So I have to make the choice to go out and get intentional movement in order to achieve these medals. My goal is to have all 7 by the end of the year. So I'm super excited about that. If you want to join me on this challenge, if you want to look into the Conqueror challenges, they have some really cool ones, y'all. I will have my Conqueror referral link down below, and I think you get 10% off of your first race or something like that, which is like $5 or something like that. Like, they're not cheap, but they're very cool. And it's not an affiliate. I'm not sponsored by them in any way. Every account on Conqueror has its own referral link. So it's just my referral link. And so that'll be down below if you're interested in looking into it. Would love to have you join me on the Harry Potter challenges. It'd be so much fun. So we are doing the Harry Potter challenges. We are focusing on 10,000 steps a day. We are in my fitness era. My husband and I had our anniversary the other day, and as we were out on our date, we were discussing goals and things like that, and my husband yet again reiterated, your focus this year does not have to be on anything but making sure that you are doing what's best for your body, which is such an amazing thing to have such a supportive person. He literally is like, tell me what chores you need to punt in order to make sure that you can get the strength training and the flexibility and what you need in to get your body to where you want it to be. And for yes, I have the goal of like fitting into my clothes, but more importantly, if you're new here, first of all, hey, I'm Brianna, nice to meet you, but I have a disability that is a progressive muscle wasting disability and nerve wasting disability. So long story short, the more action I take now on strengthening and flexibility and mobility and balance and all of those things, the better off I'm going to be. And the more likely I am, it's not a 100% given, but the more likely I am to be able to punt the progression of my disease further down the line, because I'm now at that age where progression tends to start happening. And thank you, Lord, so far in the last 3 years where I've been visiting CMT specialists, that's my disease, Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease, I have seen 0 progression, which is huge, okay? My goal is to keep that going and get stronger instead of weaker, and that's going to take a lot of work. So this year, 2025, is the year of my body. It is the year of my body. That is the primary focus. So with that, we've got the walking, we've got the Harry Potter Conqueror challenges. I am going to start a regimented weightlifting program. Again, I'm trying to decide. And so this is where I'm at with I don't know exactly what things look like yet. January is my month of kind of experimenting, and things might ebb and flow and change throughout the year. They probably will, because that's how I function. But things that are in my brain right now is possibilities. Yesterday, I did, for the first time in a long time, a Pilates workout, a full body 45-minute Pilates workout through the Les Mills On Demand program, the same company that does Body Pump, which is one of the strength training workouts I love so much. And I loved it. I loved it. I actually feel like I'm tight, but in like a good way. Like I feel like my posture muscles are engaged. My abs are a little bit sore because it was an intense core workout. And I was like, this kind of workout is actually exactly what my body needs, but it's also not weight training. So how can I merge Pilates and weight training? And so I'm sitting here going, well, I have two options. The two options that I see right now are as follows. Beachbody Lift 4, classic, right? 4 days a week, different body groups every workout. Fantastic. And I might even punt the leg day and do my own leg stuff. And that would make it only 3 days a week, which is intriguing to me. Other option, Les Mills Body Pump, which is a full body, high cardio strength training workout to music as many days a week as I want. And I would probably do 2 to 3. And then I can intersperse Pilates throughout that and then take a rest day, maybe 2 rest days, depending on how my body's feeling. So that's where I'm at with strength training. Today is going to be my first strength training workout. Now, I am about 5-6 days out from my period, which means my strength training is not going to be of optimal quality, but we're going to try it anyway. Now, I'm sure what y'all are most interested to hear is about my diet. So let's talk about it. What am I doing for nutrition to lose weight? Well, there's a couple of things, but here's the big thing. First of all, disclaimer, all of this functions under the umbrella of listening to my body and intuitively eating, okay? What does that mean? Don't if you think of intuitively eating, don't think of like the book about intuitive eating. This is Brianna's version of intuitive eating, which is of the belief that I can still change my body and lose weight and listen to my body at the same time, which is contrary to what the true diehard anti-dieters believe, okay? So with that out of the way, the whole umbrella is I can still only eat when I'm hungry and I have to stop eating when I'm satisfied, regardless of what any tracker says, regardless of what any plate says, anything of that nature. That is the hard and fast rule. Eat when you're hungry, don't eat when you're not, period. End of story, okay? That being said, for the first time in a long time, yesterday, I not only tracked my food, I double tracked my food. And I looked into tracking the Healthy app in Carb Conscious plan, which is good old-fashioned Weight Watchers Points Plus, which years ago is the plan that I lost 57 pounds on. And it's one of those things where I'm like, every time I pick up the tracker, every time I've picked up the tracker for the last year and a half, I have had but tracking is terrible, because that's what tracking isn't helping, right? But also what I've been doing hasn't been helping either. So I'm like, there's got to be a way to merge these two modalities, the idea of intuitively eating and the idea of like, but actually use the tracker as a guide, right? And so I'm like, and then every time I try a different plan, because what's cool about the Healthy app, I do work for them. I run some of their meetings every single week. I love the Healthy app. I have been a member of the Healthy app since they were iTrack Bites years ago. I love Healthy. And I still embrace Healthy as a company, even if I'm not tracking specifically. But I have been dabbling in, let me try tracking this plan today. Let me try tracking this plan, just to see, just to stay refreshed, right? And every time I'm like, don't like it. And because of that, I haven't been doing anything with consistency. And then yesterday, the spirit moved me and it's like, what if you just picked up the plan that you've always known as your favorite plan and you just actually did it? You actually adhered to its rules, you actually paid attention, and you tracked appropriately. And so yesterday I did. And you know what? I was okay with it. It made me change my choices around a little bit. Did I deprive myself? No. Did I overeat? No. Like when I was choosing desserts for the day, I actually like tracked them. Oh no, the puppy's awake. I tracked them, y'all. And it was good. I switched some food decisions based on what the tracker said. And I was like, oh, if I let this go and do this instead, it's a lower bites value, points value, right? And it was overall a very good, healthy, nourishing, high protein, high fiber day. And I've been double tracking in a different app to do my calories and fiber and protein specifically. And I met all of those metrics too. So here's the thing. Is it going to be, is my nutrition plan going to be tracking in a specific app? Is my nutrition plan going to be going back to good old Weight Watchers Points Plus, but in the healthy app and using Carb Conscious, right? Same plan, same plan. You cannot get Weight Watchers Points Plus on Weight Watchers anymore. I don't know yet. I can't look at you and say 100% certain for the next 4 months I'm going to be tracking on Carb Conscious plan. I'm going to be doing Points Plus. I can't say that with 100% certainty, but I did want to be completely open with you and tell you that I'm dabbling again. I'm dabbling again. And I'm learning to merge this idea of intuitive eating and tracking because I firmly believe that you can do both. Anti-dieters do not believe you can do both. Extreme dieters don't believe you can do both, but I believe I can do both because the reality is what I've been doing hasn't been working. And if I have this goal of fitting back into my clothes, of getting stronger, of getting fitter, and yes, of getting smaller, the reality is, aesthetics aside, it will be easier for me to move and I will have more energy if there's less weight for me, my already weak muscles to carry around. So if I'm losing weight and gaining strength at the same time, how much easier is it going to be for me to do everything, to go out and live the life that I want, to have the energy that I need to accomplish all of the other things that I want? It's going to be pretty great, isn't it? So, with that being said, and there's one more thing that I'm currently dabbling with, and you can't see it, but I have a continuous glucose monitor. And that is just something I've wanted for a really, really long time. I'm not diabetic, but I come from a long line of type 2 diabetics. But I've always just been intrigued by the idea of what spikes my blood sugar, what doesn't, because insulin is a fat storage hormone. And when your blood sugar is high, your body pumps out more insulin, right? If it's working properly. But the more insulin you have, the more fat storage hormone you have, and thus the more fat you might end up storing on your body. If you're constantly spiking your blood sugar and your body's constantly pumping out insulin, right? This is a story for another day. Long story short, this is, again, something I'm dabbling in. How long will I be lasting with it? I don't know. But as of this moment, I do have a partnership with the company because I reached out to them. I'm like, look, I'm already using your product. I have a contact. I have an audience. Let's work together. I do have a discount code for you if you are interested in NutriSense, which is the company that I'm using. I will have the information and the discount code and what you get for the discounts down below for you. They do have continuous glucose monitors and they do have insurance covered for most insurances, meetings with nutritionists, like actual nutritionists. I am a certified nutrition coach. I have a certification in nutrition, but I cannot call myself a nutritionist. So it's like the next level. Right? And so I have a nutritionist that I meet with that's completely covered by insurance. So I have a discount for the CGMs and for trying out the nutritionist stuff. If you use my link or my code or whatever, all information will be in the description box. I will give you more information if I continue with this and as I'm gaining information. But I did want to, again, tell you that I'm doing that as well. So I have a CGM. I'm tracking my food. Currently I'm double tracking because I can't decide what the best, most comfortable route is for me yet. I'm weight training. I'm doing Pilates. I'm flexibility and mobility focused, strength focused, 10,000 steps a day, Harry Potter Conqueror challenges, making sure I get enough sleep, and keeping stress to a minimum as possible. And that is the plan. That is the plan. That is currently, as of right now, what I am doing for my nutrition journey, for my health goals, which is ultimately to shrink into the clothes that are already in my basement. And here's the really cool reward from that. Yes, I get the weight loss goals and stuff that I've been striving for on and off for the last, I don't know how many years. But also, as a girl who loves to clothing shop, I will unlock a wardrobe that I'm so excited about because I already purchased the items. I already like the items and they're already downstairs. They just don't fit. And so imagine how cool it's going to be to unlock literally hundreds, if not thousands of dollars worth of clothes that are just sitting in my basement. And no extra money spending required. So cool. So now, here's the thing. Funny story. This was meant to be a vlog and I've been talking for a really long time. So, in order to obtain my other goals, this is going to be a standalone video. This was how I plan to reach my health goals in 2025. Let's like the intro to what I'm toying with. And then stay tuned for my next video, which will actually be a vlog of this day. So thank you for being here. Hit that subscribe button if you want to join me and follow along on my journey through this health and weight loss goal. And I will see you in my next video.